Welcome back friends. In our last lecture, we learned about internal stylings and before that, we learned about inline stylings. Now in this video, we are going to learn about external stylings, which is the most important method widely used by millions of web developers all over the world. And in the remaining videos, we will be using this method only to write our stylings. So I request you to pay all your attention at this video. The method is quite simple, but you can ask me anytime about any of your doubt. So let's start. As I said earlier that the basic difference between internal stylings and external stylings is that we have to write stylings in HTML code if we are using internal stylings. But if we are using external stylings, then we just copy the same stylings in an external file and then we will include that external file in our HTML page. The major benefit of using external stylings is that you just have to create one styling file and then you can include it in any of your HTML file. So let's create a new external file. We always create that external files in the notepad also, so I just created a new file and now its language is CSS, so I choose language C then CSS as the language from this menu. Now we have to write all our stylings on this page. The way of writing properties will be same as we did in our previous video. Here I just copy and paste the same code. So this is the code that I used in my last video. So I just copy this code or I just cut the code from here and I paste this code in this. Okay, it requires some indentation, so just change this. Okay. We have to write it very independently for a good presentation only. That's not required, but that should be your way to write your codes. So these are the stylings and the properties that are required to change the code. Okay, I save this file and I refresh the page. No stylings will be applicable now because I have not included the file yet. So here's our simple file. Now I will save this. Now I save this file, this CSS file, in the same root folder where I saved my index.html file or this second.html file. So I will save this file in my learning folder where I have saved the second.html file and I save this file with the name style. Okay. Now go back at your HTML page and now we have to include that CSS file in this HTML page. The method is very simple. We just have to write one line of code in our head area. So we write, instead of writing this style, we will write link, then rel, which stands for relation, is equals to style sheet. Then I will write space, then I will define its type. Its type is, in between the quotes I will write text / CSS. Then I have to define its path, so I will write href, href, and in between the quotes I will write style.css and then a greater than sign. Okay, so that's all. This one line will include that CSS file in this HTML file. We have defined our file type. Here is the file type and then we have defined the path of this our CSS file. Now let's check whether our page is getting formatted or not. So I save this file as well and this file also. Now just go to your web browser and refresh your page. Okay, so here is our web page with all the stylings we wrote in our CSS file. Now after this video we will be using this method of writing styles. If you have any doubt, then I recommend you to go through this video one more time, and if you still have same doubt, then feel free to message me or post on discussion area. I will help you for sure. So that's all for the external stylings. In next video we will continue our CSS. So see you there. Thank you.